Hey.
Oh, the horrible baby. The bad baby.
Strap in.
We need a professional.
Hang on.
What happens when you're not there to protect him?
You good? I'll be right behind you. Go. Go!
Mandalorian, you will suffer. Then it will be his turn.
Monsters. The old protect the young. And then the young. Protect the old.
Aloha! It's Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman. And today, opening day of the new movie, Mandalorian and Grogu. I went ahead and I saw it. This is the new Disney Star Wars movie. It's been like 7 years since we got an actual Star Wars movie in the theaters, not just Disney Plus. And well, remember our rating scale, shock a thumbs up, it's good to see, I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And overall, for The Mandalorian and Grogu, it is a shock a thumbs up. Now, what can I say about this movie? Pedro Pascal returns, Grogu returns. We see basically Sigourney Weaver kind of sort of taken over for what would be, I guess Carl Weathers, since he had passed away. It would have been very easy to see Carl Weathers in her role, or at least part of her role, perhaps. Basically the Mandalorian is working now for the New Republic, who Sigourney Weaver is his contact there, predominantly, giving him jobs to go and hunt Empire officials who are still active or attempting to reactivate the Empire, of which he is more than happy to go and take them out. And in order to get one of the bigger fishes, he must go and do a job for the Hutts, basically rescuing their younger brother or cousin, the son of Jabba the Hut, which he agrees to go ahead and do in order to get this big imperial fish for more information on what the Empire is doing. And it kind of snowballs from there. People have said that this doesn't feel very cinematic. That it could have been, it could have been an entire season of season 4 of The Mandalorian. Some people have complained about season 3 of The Mandalorian, but I thought the season 3 of the Disney Plus show, The Mandalorian, was very cinematic. I enjoyed it, and it brought everything, at least for the Mandalorians as a whole, to kind of a good resting point. And, and it definitely wrapped up all of Mando's and Grogu's imperial entanglements that they were having with the leader of the Empire battalion there. But for this one, could it have been a season 4? Sure. Yeah, it could have been. It is 2 hours. They could have stretched it out, put in some filler episodes, and you could have got a season of 6 episodes or 8 episodes of maybe half an hour each, and that would have worked out for this movie. Would it have felt the same scope? Parts of it, yes. I agree that parts of it could have worked on TV, but there are large parts of this that do feel cinematic and do feel much larger in scope that, the studios that they have there for Disney, where they normally do The Mandalorian, even on the special screen that they use, I don't think it would have worked fully. And a lot of people have often said that it feels small on Disney Plus, and that they can tell when they're not using full sets or full areas to shoot from. And on this one, you feel the much larger scale overall. So I think in that respect, it definitely works. Much of the action works. The story is fairly basic, and yes, the story itself could have been, an entire season. The rescuing of Jabba the Hutt's son from these gladiatorial games in an attempt to give him back over to his cousins that we had last seen in the book of Boba Fett. So there's no love lost there with the Mandalorians, or at least Boba Fett and, the Hutts. And of course, Din Djarin is reluctant to help them, but, it turns out that Jabba's son is nothing like his father, and he's actually a pretty good guy for being a Hutt. A person of honor, per se. I thought it could have went several other directions than how it ends, but definitely, it does generate a good way for these characters to return, all of them, including this Hutt character, with an interesting new avenue for him to go into. I thought maybe he'd continue his father, maybe redo his crime efforts, but he, in the end, I'll just give you this, he very much goes and teams with the rebellion. Not the rebellion, I guess the Republic now, since the war is over officially. What more can I say about this? I did find it a little strange that this movie was much darker. Okay, yes, the Mandalorian does smoke a lot of stormtroopers in this movie, and he kills an awful lot of droids. But that's not what I mean by the darkness. It is a much filmed color quality, color grade of a darker level. Even the brighter colors on Disney Plus for the normal season 1, 2, and 3 of The Mandalorian were much brighter and more vivid than here. Perhaps I saw this in standard, not 3D, not IMAX, not 4DX, or anything like that. Perhaps it was just the theater I was in. I'll definitely see it again. It is, like I said, a shock of thumbs up, and I will definitely see this movie again a second time, to say the least, during this holiday weekend. So maybe it was just the theater that I was in didn't have the lighting for the film correct, since it was the first showing of the day. Perhaps they just had it too dark. That is a possibility. I'll let you know on my socials, on Instagram at least, if it is of the same quality level of coloration, dark saturation. But I felt it could have been much brighter, and I think that would have helped the show, especially when you get to, the the Hutt's home planet where they're ruling, could have been more vivid, definitely. Other than that, I thought it was fine. And the music. I like the Mandalorian theme song. but I think that they could have done much, much more with the music of the movie, and maybe that's where a lot of people feel that it's missing that full Star Wars oomph, is that it does not put in any of the Star Wars theme music at all. Even when some of the Republic forces and X-Wings come in and you see them flying around, it would have been nice to get a couple of hints, maybe intermixed in there with the Mandalorian theme, but I felt that that was a little bit of a cop-out. When he is rescuing, or at least on the planet, to find the son of Jabba the Hut, where he's being held and put into these gladiatorial games, it felt very Blade Runner-ish to me. So the darker tone in that respect, and the darkness of the filming, definitely, and the music definitely played into more of a Blade Runner-like tone to me, and it worked for the Mandalorian for this movie. Would it have worked for a Jedi movie or another Star Wars integration movie? Maybe not, depending on the characters. Would it have worked with Ahsoka? I don't think so. But for the Mandalorian, kind of a quasi Blade Runner-ish theme, bounty hunter, of course, really, really worked for me, I thought. And so, again, a shock, a thumbs up overall for the action. The weaknesses were the music, the story, and the color saturation for this. But overall, I was satisfied with this movie, and it is a good back to the movie theaters for Star Wars. I think it will probably, with the holiday weekend, all in all, it will probably get 100 million this weekend. The estimates were lower, around 80 million, but I don't know if they were taking into account the entire 3-day weekend. So we will see. I'm betting on 100. And it will get a lot of repeat business, especially for small children, with Grogu and, the little mech humanoid creatures that we had seen from the show and you've seen in the trailer are also on this as well. So yes, it is good for small children. There is good action. Like I said, the Mandalorian really takes care of his business with the stormtroopers, especially at the beginning of the movie. There's a lot of good fight scenes and a lot of good fight scenes at the end. A little bit of, in the middle it slows down, and I thought it could have maintained that action a little bit better in some places. But overall, I'm fairly satisfied with this movie, giving it a shock, a thumbs up for The Mandalorian and Grogu. Definitely check it out, see it whenever, however you can, hopefully at the theater this weekend to support Star Wars returning back to the movie theaters. But if not, definitely don't miss it streaming on Disney Plus when it gets there, probably in about 2 months or so. All right. Mahalo and aloha.